Hey Leos, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your second half of March general reading here. Let's talk about your meditation briefly. It was a brief one. I saw Aslan, the lion from Chronicles of Narnia, and I saw a split screen between night and day. I saw, the Leo collective represented as this lion, Aslan, and I felt a lot like, I heard the word nocturnal. It felt like a time of transition and stillness, and perhaps some beauty or value to be found in the shadow aspects of yourself, shadow aspects in general, and time spent out of the direct sunlight. Okay? All right. Let's see what your animal energy is for the second half of March. Let's see what's going on. There we go. There we go. All right. Cosmic egg. This is making all the sense. So cosmic egg, I absolutely love this energy so much. The circle up here represents that of spirit. So I absolutely love that. We were just talking about Aslan and everything that he represents. Cosmic egg is very much about the completion of a cycle. So I equate this energy with the world key in the tarot, which is like graduation day, throwing your hat in the air. It's that final step before you move into the full energy and you begin a brand new cycle. Okay, this is making sense. Let's talk about snakes. So when snakes shed their skin, they're most vulnerable to predators, yes, and also their eyes get really cloudy, right? So they can't see as well. It's a very vulnerable time for them. And we know that true strength lies in vulnerability, right? That's actually feeling really resonant right now if I think about Narnia and Aslan and how he sacrificed himself and made himself the most vulnerable, right? And in making himself, his physical body, that is, the most vulnerable that it could be, he gave strength to everyone around him that loved him. I think there's something to that, Leo. You may be called to, make some sort of, it could be a great many different things. But I feel like on one hand, you could be called to making a sacrifice for the greater good somehow, whether that's an aspect of yourself that you're sacrificing to step into a new energy. And it really feels like you are your choices right now, but it also feels like a bit of a humanitarian feeling of working in a way where you're allowing, right, shadow aspects, the nighttime aspects to work in tandem and take some attention and center stage time outside of the light that normally resides there. I feel like I'm connecting to a group of you guys that, are most comfortable in the sunlight and in the warmth, right? And this is really about letting some of those shadow energies or darker energies or even fears kind of step forward into the light in order to transmute them, right? Just think, after this cycle is completed, what's going to come out of this beautiful, fabulous rainbow egg, right? This also represents the birth of the philosopher. I do feel like this is a very powerful time for you, and how it manifests for you energetically is entirely up to you and your choices, okay? And it feels like you're being called to not be in a place of, I don't want to deal with whatever, I don't want to see it, I don't want to feel it, I don't want to, it's really about showing up and being there through and with whomever and whatever arises in your atmosphere, okay? Okay, what's going on for Leos? Yep. So we got Two of Wands here. This is making a lot of sense. You know how we were talking about, light and dark, right? And then we have the Two of Wands here. And Wands, by the way, repping your fire sign selves here. I absolutely love that. Two of Wands is very much about building the blueprint. It's taking a moment to just pause and make some decisions and really get your triptych together, as it were, which is like your map where you're going down the road, right? Making some decisions. Not setting out yet. That's Three of Wands. And it's just going, okay, let me just make sure that I've got all my stops along the way planned out. I'm going to take the scenic route here. I'm going to take the more direct route here. I can lose this. If I lose this, then I'll have more room for this. It's really taking time to do that, okay? And I am getting a feeling that this also has to do with, I feel like this wand behind her is very representative of an old way of thinking, or feeling or behaving. And it's choosing, right, a taller stance. I'm hearing like a light and shadow and casting a light and shadow and the degrees of the sun. There's something about this, but I feel like this is choosing, you know, I'm going to stand a bit taller. I may have some choices to make, which may cost me certain aspects of myself or my life as I knew it, but I know that it is an upgrade, and this phone is definitely an upgraded phone, right? That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, it's interesting because I'm absolutely getting that it almost feels like you're coming from a place of instinct over intuition. Now they're closely related in that, you know, that's neither, you know, good nor bad, right? It all just is. But it feels like you're kind of coming from a place where it's not necessarily a time where you're connecting in with your upper chakras and going, okay, what's the guidance about? You're kind of moving from a primal place of, I feel like you are the lion right now. You're moving from a place of that, you know, primal feeling, and I'm sniffing out what's best for me. I know what's right. It feels like you're much more connected to the lower chakras right now than the upper ones. And that's cool. I just what I'm feeling for y'all, which is cool. All right. What's going on for Leos? 9 of Pentacles. Isn't this just making all the sense in the world? So 9 of Pentacles. This is absolutely about the work that you do independently on your own, that you've done well, that maybe you got some help along the way, but it's really all about you and feeling like, wow, I did this. I did this. Do you see how in both of these keys, they're standing still? They're standing still. A Sign of Pentacles here. You know, another interesting thing about this too, especially in tandem with the Cosmic Egg, is that the 9 represents endings, but right before the 10, and that's the full completion of the cycle. But 9 is definitely the number of endings, and I feel like you are completing the certain cycle where you're at, and the last step, or the next step rather, is to just incorporate some of those shadow aspects of yourself or shadow aspects in your atmosphere. Maybe points of view of habits that need to be called away, or aspects of you that just are not serving the road, the new road that you are wanting to go down. Okay? So I'm getting a feeling of leaving behind what is no longer working to make room for what is, right? You know what's fascinating about this? You see this bird on her head. Birds absolutely represent messengers from spirit. You have a spirit, you know, animal energy here. Remember when I said you feel a lot more connected to the lower chakra? And see how there's this like divide in this card, this poor card, this divide here in this card. And I said you're connected to your lower chakras. It feels like more than your upper chakras. I find this fascinating because the fact that the bird is up here representing spirit, like literally sitting on the crown chakra, and this woman is literally standing in a garden in the earth, surrounded by tomatoes and corn and reaping this harvest. I'm really getting the specific message that you guys are very much being guided by spirit and supported by spirit, but you are coming from a place of action and movement and rootedness, right? It's almost as though you are coming from a place of whatever feels natural to you at this time, right? So anything that involves an extreme amount of, you know, effort, or anything that feels like, oh, this just feels, it's like you're in a place of flow where you're like, okay, oh, those are carrots, not corn. They're carrots, not corn. Carrots help you see well. Carrots help you see well. And rain boots. Oh, do you see how she's like looking off here, and she's got the 3, what are these, gardening sticks or whatever behind her? And that, yeah, you are literally choosing your next path here and looking, you know, where do you want to go? And I do feel like it's interesting because I do feel like that there's a certain sacrifice that's going to need to be made, but not in like a dramatic way. But it's again about, you know, you can't take everything with you. What aspects of yourself or your given circumstances or people in your atmosphere are going to need to be left behind or lovingly released with love, so that you have room for newness in your path going forward. You're at a time of making a choice. And I do feel like you're making that choice from a place of just pure instinct. And it's interesting this seeing. It's like the way that you are seeing things clearly right now is through feeling things clearly. You are very connected to your root chakra, which means you're pragmatically minded too right now, which is very, very cool. Could be some attention on the 3D things. You know what I mean? Like I said, well, Nine of Pentacles is, you know, money, earthly plane things, foundation, support, logistics. It's cool. Wow. You know, we got 4 of Wands peeking at the bottom here. Really like that for you. More fire energy for you. Happy home and family, 1111, all that good stuff. So you have the Knight of Cups here, which I'm really, you know, this is really nice, Leo. Why do I feel like you are moving into a place where you are feeling so successful in your own skin? That's a funny thing to say. I've never said it before, but successful in your own skin. Interesting. So Knight of Cups, water energy here. Traditionally, this is anything that involves your heart chakra. It is a court card. So this can mean, you know, really spending time making plans around or engaging in activities that you truly love that serve your emotional spirit. You know, I just saw 11:01 on the timer. And this, I am getting this feeling of like this 3 of Wands energy too. It's like the ready set before you're heading out. I can literally see you packing a bag. So this could be also an emotional offer, an offer that serves you emotionally, right? Coming towards you or you towards someone else. It does feel nicely weighted, meaning it feels reciprocal, meaning it feels like this could be something that you really trust, which makes sense. Because if you're coming from this rooted and grounded place, and then you have new energy coming towards you that stimulates you emotionally, it's going to be a lot easier to trust because you are so grounded and it feels like you are confident and successful in your own skin, right? Why is everyone's head covered? Like, I have to tell you, why is this standing out like this? Look, 3 different suits. Here we go. All of them are wearing headpieces, head garb. All of them. I'm telling you, it's being rooted into the earth right now. That's where you guys are. And if you are feeling like that's not me, then this is the remedy. Okay? 2 of Wands. How does one become more grounded or rooted into those lower chakras? Physical exercise. Oh my God, you guys are gonna die. In a good way. Physical exercise, even if that's stretching at home, you know, doing some, you know, yoga poses at home, or just taking a nice long bath, or, you know, giving yourself time to just do some physical self-care and nurturing, right? Anything of that realm, but also anything else that roots and grounds you. Sometimes creating things can ground you really beautiful as well. Journaling is always beautiful because it connects you with the upper realms in your higher self while at the same time grounding you. Creating things is really beautiful. But you know what I'm picking up specifically for a group of you guys? Cooking. I think cooking could be really lovely for you guys right now. Cooking or eating well or both. You know what I mean? You got the Fool. We were just talking about how once the cosmic egg closes out, the next step is the Fool. And I'm so obsessed that you guys got this. And look at these 2 bodies of water. Look at where am I going next? Where do I want to go? And then literally taking the leap of faith. You are being given an opportunity to ground in, to root in, and get some logistics together in your energy and mind so that you can take this leap of faith off into a brand new cycle. You know, I'm also really drawn to, it feels like a karmic closing of something. Maybe it's the Saturn placement we're going into here, but there really feels like, because look at all these circles. Look at this. The circle, obviously, with the cosmic egg both here and here, although that's more of an oval. Oh, that's interesting. And then we have this circle here with this flash dance realness. And then we all have this like circular garland crown thing here as well. Do you see how he's like, I can't take this with me, so I'm gonna reach for this though. Remember how I was talking about the sun and the nighttime and those 2 different aspects and how sunny it is in this key? It feels like a launching off point. It really, really does. It feels highly, highly, highly positive. Okay. And again, also another circle here. You know, 0 with the Fool. I really love this for you. Okay, let's get a clarifier for the 9 of Pentacles. You know, your friends are especially, I feel like that you have friends around you that either are in, you know, more need of you than usual, or vice versa, but there's something about friends. I keep hearing, I can't think of what the song is exactly called, but it's by Foy Vance. And I think it's Closed something full of friends. I'll try to post it below if I think of it. Closed hand full of friends, something like that. Look at what you got. Oh my God. Look at what's at the bottom of the deck. 3 of Wands. Has not this been in the energy the whole time with the sun here? Yes, 3 of Wands. Taking off down that journey on the road into your next chapter. And then we saw the 4 of Wands pop up too. So wandy. Queen of Pentacles. Heller. Again, with these trees and these root branches and feeling grounded. I love this for you guys so much. So it does feel like you are, because traditionally speaking, Queen of Pentacles is very generous. She's a beautiful, she's the queen that is the best at receiving, in my opinion. She's the best at it. She knows how to take a compliment. She knows how to receive energy. She knows how to transmute any energy that doesn't feel of her highest and best good. She just doesn't have an issue with, receiving love, gifts, adoration, accolades, anything like that, right? Because that can be difficult for people, right? Some of us are have a lot easier time giving than we do receiving, right? And she's actually quite good at both. Look at this other circle here with the wheel. I absolutely love this. So the Queen of Pentacles here with the 9 of Pentacles, you are I'm telling you, it feels very independent, even though I feel like you're being there for other people right now. I do. But it also feels very independent. It feels confident. And it feels like you are in a place where you're just getting into an energy where you're like, you know what? It's the act of planning where I'm going next, at the act of lovingly releasing anyone or anything or any aspects of myself that I don't want to carry forward ahead, that don't have a space or are an energetic match to what I'm trying to manifest, that just has you feeling so fresh and so clean, energetically speaking. It really feels like that. It really, really does. I really, really like it for you. You're telling me to talk about her counterpart, the King of Pentacles, who's very wealthy, set for life, but also very, very generous as well. There's a generosity of heart here. And wasn't Aslan depicted as being super generous as well? Okay, Knight of Cups. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles here all over your reading. A lot of Pentacles and Wands, eh? Strength. Look at how stunning. Isn't this more groundedness? Are her feet literally on a log? I can't with this. I love it so much. Remember how I said you're really connected to your root chakra right now? The color of that is red. And then we have this homegirl in a red dress. So remember when I said that this feels like something that's rooted and grounded, whatever this Knight of Cups is for you, whether this is an offer of partnership or work that serves your emotional center, an artistic partnership, teaming up around something, or it is you on your own spending time doing things or creating things or in an energy that serves your emotional center. This could be you writing songs and journaling. This could be you, really thinking about what dreams that you've yet to manifest or get to and really creating that in your mind, right? Or writing down ideas, right? This is really, really nice. The fact that strength is clarifying it here, I'm very much drawn to this bear energy here. Remember when I said it's that aspect of like there may be points of self-sacrifice or that you need to be there for others or things are going to be asked of you to, this really, really feels pertinent here. I feel like you are, and it's number 8. Oh my God, this is Leo energy. How did I almost miss that? Showing up in your own reading. Normally it's depicted with a lion, but in this deck it's a bear. So hi, you're showing up in your own reading here. You guys are also associated with the sun, of course, and the sun has been all over this reading as well. It really does feel like you are being called upon to be there for others, and around that, it's partially because you are being there for yourself and in your own energy independently and well in such a beautiful way. And so because your own reserve is so full, you're being asked to extend some of those feel goods and strength to others. Okay? Imagine this is you as a lion, right? And people are actually going to be literally leaning on you, well, figuratively, for support and strength. Okay? I really like it. All these trees, it feels very rooted and grounded. It really, 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 really does. All right, let's get an oracle from a Leos. Ooh. Oh my God. Y'all, this is exactly what I've been talking about this entire time. Clear your space. Archangel Jophiel, get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. Is that literally what we've been talking about? About letting go of anything that no longer vibrationally matches you or links up with where you're trying to go and who you're trying to be and how you feel. Clear your space. I'm going to read that again. That is exactly what we were talking about. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use feng shui. Now, this is you can take this literally or not, okay? But this is really about doing again, more this independent energy here. This is really about engaging in energies that you want in your future, okay? Some energies from the past you may want to carry over, but it's really taking the time to ready, set, and really look at it objectively, but also you're coming from a place of such groundedness and such rootedness and such a fertile, independent, confident soil that you're going to be very clear on what stays and what goes. And I really, really like that for you. Good Lord, could this be any more pertinent? I'm obsessed. Okay, my beautiful Leos, you got this. At the end of the day, the cosmic egg and clear your space. What comes after this is going to be big and it's going to be important, right? And it's going to be a next chapter of your life. And I really like that for you. I really like that for you. And given the current energies, what better time than to clear your space, right? It's beautiful. I feel like you're very aligned with the energies right now. You're not resisting. You're sitting into it and planting into it. And I love that for you. You better work, Leo. Absolutely. With that being said, this is your second half of March general reading. I so hope that this resonated with you and helped. If so, please let me know in the comments below. And just thank you guys as always. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you all so much love and so much light. And as always, thank you for being you and be well. Until next time.